How did practice go today?
It was good. You know, it was these Thursdays are coming pretty fast. You know, so it was a good day. I think guys were really into it.
Do you have to talk to the guys about not overlooking a team like Washington State?
You know, I don't think you ever. I mean, there's no reason whatsoever to do that. But we always talk about respecting every opponent by preparing. You know, the time you put in is the respect that you show. So, you know, guys are working hard at what they're doing, and everybody knows it's going to be a hard game.
Travis Long is
Mike Leach offense.
What's that?
What kind of variables does Mike Leach offense bring to the table?
Well, you know, it's pretty variable passing game, and so and they've got a lot of different guys making plays, and they have some outstanding players. You know that this team actually was in the top half of the conference last year offensively, so you've got good people that have played and they have moved the ball. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to cover well and get some pressure on the passer and not forget about run defense, because if you let them do both, then you could be in trouble.
How good is Buck, number 89, for that on defense, Travis Long, their Buck linebacker? I'm sorry.
I think he's a really good player. I think he's one of the best defensive players in the conference. And, we've seen him for a long time now, and he is really an effort guy with good ability.
You said the special teams unit that they have is going to be the best that you play against this year. Why?
Well, they've been the most productive. I mean, they had a 92-yard kickoff return against the Ducks. They've got ample returns on the punt return game. They're just good. It's just the most productive, the best coached, and so they look good.
Mike, I heard Mac Brown earlier today in an interview with Rome said playing West Virginia this week. He said, look, what kind of realistic view as a defense do you take? He just said they're going to make plays, they're going to score some points. We know that going in. Now, in terms of what your defensive philosophy is against a group like Washington State, what are your thoughts about that going in?
Well, I think there's no doubt they're going to complete passes, and I think you have to keep those gains to a minimum. And I think that's what we didn't do last week. There was a lot of yardage after catches last week, so I think you've got to keep that to a minimum, and then you give yourself more chances to eventually make a play, get a sack, force them into a bad situation, or get a turnover.
You feel last week is a little bit of an advantage for you with playing Arizona, spreading it out in Arizona?
Well, I think we get an experience every week. The UCLA is a spread team that we forced to throw the ball, and they threw the ball all over the place, and Arizona did too, and they ran. So we got to pull that back and make it one-dimensional, and then make it to our advantage if we can. And that's easier said than done, but that's the kind of games that we're playing in. Then pretty soon, we're going to play BYU, which is a different style offense. So you're going to go back and forth week to week.
Excited to be back home. I mean, it's after a month nearly. What do you think the atmosphere is going to be like?
Oh, I think it'll be great. It's great to play here at home. It's great, to have the home crowd, all that stuff. We just have to make sure everybody understands it's a trap to think that you've got some great advantage by being at home. We always talk about the fact no matter what happens on Saturday, there's going to be lines and a goalpost, and both teams have the same chance between the lines. So you can't. It's fun to play at home. It's exciting, but that's bad.
Guys, we got class.